In recent years, we have learned a lot on the links between women's economic empowerment and development, between gender equality and poverty reduction.
For example, if this axis represents higher poverty and this greater gender equality, we can see that countries with low levels of poverty and higher gender equality cluster together.
We have a lot of evidence that shows that investment in women's health, education, and incomes has a very strong impact on families' welfare. And therefore, a lot of investments have been directed at health and schooling, and rightly so. Unfortunately, however, equal attention has not been given to women's economic livelihoods, to providing women the opportunity to generate incomes for themselves and for their families. We are missing this opportunity to invest in women. This principle is at the core of the World Bank's Gender Action Plan that we have launched together with our development partners. It is what we like to call smart economics.
Gender equality as smart economics aims to equip women to compete in 4 economic arenas: the labor market, credit, land title, and agricultural product. Vietnam has a reputation for relative gender equality, but in rural areas where 80% of the population lives and where livelihood depends on the land, women are at a significant disadvantage because most land titles are held by men. Land title gives women a gateway out of poverty because with it, women have access to credit to start a small business or scale up to more productive agriculture. With World Bank help, a pilot project was started in 2002 in 2 communes in the north-central province of Nghệ An to reissue titles with spaces for 2 names, both husband and wife. With Norwegian help, it grew to 20 communes in 20 provinces, and in 2 years' time led to the issuance of 35,000 new jointly registered land title certificates.
With land title, I now have the same rights as my husband to borrow the money. I got a loan from 5 million dong and bought a pig, and that pig is already pregnant 3 times. I sent the first 2 liters of piglets to market and got 2 million dong in return. Now we live on 10 to 12 million dong a year. My husband has a second job as a day laborer, but his health is not so good, so mostly he works here. I also grow the family's rice on a small paddy and make wine, but we still have difficulties.
Mexico and some other middle-income countries share similar problems. Women with high levels of education, with severe underemployment and negative impact on growth. Likewise, in the Middle East, women are catching up to men in education and health, but very few work for a salary. Studies show that average household incomes could increase by 25% if women worked. In urban Mexico, women earn 15 to 30% less income on the job than their male counterparts in comparable positions. So, the bank funded Mexico's National Institute of Women to develop a program that would certify leading corporations in gender-equal policies and practices in the workplace. Originally, 20 corporations agreed to assess their employment behavior and incorporate best practices in gender-equal hiring and promotion.
My name is Maria Antonia Garcia. I was first hired as a seamstress 5 years ago, and then I underwent training for this job. Everybody who wants to take advantage of the training can do so. The men have not accepted, and they see us as rivals, as competitors. I got my house because of the gender equality program. I was able to qualify for a loan because of my salary level now.
To date, over 40 companies with over 170,000 employees have earned the Gender Equality Seal. In a few months, the World Bank plans to transfer the Gender Equality Certification model to Egypt, which has requested the program as part of its participation in the Gender Action Plan. In Uganda and Nigeria, the World Bank's private sector investment arm, the IFC, is backing commercial loans ranging from $15,000 to $50,000 to women entrepreneurs to help them grow their businesses and, in turn, contribute to the economic growth of their countries. Women's access to credit and income can also contribute to family health. In Bangladesh, credit in mothers' hands increased children's height by 12%. In Brazil and Kenya, income in mothers' hands increased children's height by 11 and 17%. To qualify for the IFC-backed loans, women have to be in business successfully for 3 years.
Yeah, I'm Josephine Okot. I'm the CEO and also founder of this company, Victoria Seeds Limited. I realized that the smallholder farmers were not really adequately getting all the inputs that they required, particularly seed-based technologies. All the seeds are imported. Most of us in the industry were told that we cannot produce it, and I refused to believe that. I said I'm going to produce it. I didn't want to pay Italian farmers or American farmers or Indian farmers. The money should stay here. So I'll pay Ugandan farmers to produce the seeds. So that's why I started the business. We were 4. Basically, we started 4. And now we are 29. Yeah, we are quite a number, and this facility is no longer enough because we have got some machinery, we have delivery trucks, so we need really expansion finance to get a home elsewhere where we can do some processing and maintain this as a sales outlet. So I think we have proved to the banks that a woman can be equally competitive.
It's estimated that women provide 80% of the agricultural effort in Africa, mostly to feed their families. But women farm for income, not just subsistence, when they have title to land and access to credit, farm and marketing information, basic technologies and infrastructure. The smallholder, women-run farming cooperatives outside Mozambique's capital have been using these resources for commercially viable agriculture for years. Elsewhere in Africa, we've seen that an equal distribution of agricultural inputs can increase yields 20 to 24%.
My name is Teresa Guida. Our women are cooperative members. We produce and at the same time fight poverty in our country. Here we gather eggs, and these eggs give us chickens. And our chickens fulfill nearly all Maputo's need for meat.
For many, working with the co-op has enabled members to increase productivity, quintuple their earnings, and join the voice of farm women in their country.
If I can leave you with 3 key messages today, it is first, that gender equality is not a women's issue. It is a development issue. Second, restricting economic opportunity for women is unfair. Life's chances should not be preordained at birth, and in economic terms, it reduces the welfare of families. And third, underinvesting in women's economic opportunity not only limits economic development, it also slows down progress in poverty reduction. For these reasons, keeping women's economic empowerment front and center is not only the right thing to do, it is also the smart thing to do.
Sondern auch kluge Wirtschaftspolitik. Vielen Dank.
I fully support the implementation of the World Bank's Gender Action Plan as Germany's Chancellor, but also in my current capacity as Chair of the G8 and President of the European Union.